segment. What is it in Spanish, Mark?
In Spanish,
Tres.
Three.
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 Yeah. For our Hispanic friends out there, we are segment 3, DannyVegas Live, World Center of Broadcast Media, Las Vegas, Nevada. Excitement. Everybody wants to move here. Everybody's like, oh boy, see all the pictures. I can't wait. Okay, come on down. We'll make room for you too. Anyway, welcome back. Segment 3. Big segment. Another Titan is on the show. Mark Weinberger, welcome back. Founder of the lead team.
Thank you very much, Danny.
Oh, man. You know, you're kind of walking around with a different, what do they call it, aura lately.
I am. I mean, we've had great successes. We just signed on our 70th member.
70th member.
And yes, we've had great success. But the success is actually because of my members, because my members support me so much. You know, so I have to give credit to them.
Yes. Like any leader, Mark, you take all the heat, but you share the glory.
Thank you.
There you go. Well, in case you're like, what in the hell y'all talking about? Mark is the founder of the lead team, the premier business networking organization here in Las Vegas. And I always got to tell this story. About January, you made a decision that, you know what, I am going to make a difference. I'm going to be different than anything else is out there. I am not satisfied with where the lead team is, and I'm going to go for it.
That's basically correct. I mean, we've been going for around 2 years. Our third anniversary is coming up in November. But it was really at the beginning of this year that we decided to really do a real big push. And in order to do that, I had to differentiate the lead team from the others. I don't have to tell you, there are so many groups out there.
Yes, there's a lot.
You know, and all pretty much do more or less the same thing.
That's right.
You know. So I had to differentiate myself. And one thing I identified is that a lot of the groups out there, they don't actively promote their members.
That's right.
Yes, they sit in the meetings, they try and refer business to each other, but there's no active promotions. They don't promote on social media. They don't promote. We have our radio show, Spotlight on Vegas Business.
Right.
We all use all this to promote our members, and I think that's what's differentiated us.
It's true. It's true. And I'll explain that, because one of the things that back in the early days of DannyVegas, the one thing I recognized was when the event was over, the marketing was over. And I just thought, and this beautiful thing called social media was raring up and really starting to get ahead of steam. And that's what I thought. I thought, you know, the value is the events and then the marketing after the events. You have taken that philosophy, that way of thinking, and along with your system, I mean, you know, your system of tracking the leads, giving reward for leads and referrals, has really attracted to your organization some unbelievable talent to help you. Your organizers are great. You know, you know whether you got extremely lucky or what, but you have literally Nicole Taylor Sharp part of your organization, and you know she's a rock star in this town.
She is.
And so it's just phenomenal. So of what has happened in the last 6 to 7 months, you really got a real headwind, and you've made really smart moves. Probably because you made mistakes in the beginning, like everybody.
Everybody makes mistakes. There's
right.
no question about it. But yeah, you learn from those mistakes, and I'm going to make more in the future. Everybody knows that.
Right.
You know, that's part of business.
That's right. And you know what? I just, you know, I listen to the radio show every week. They have Spotlight on Vegas Business. It's a radio show it's on at noon to 2 Mondays at VNAR. That's an internet radio station here in Las Vegas, which means you can listen to it worldwide.
Absolutely.
And
we have 6 billion listeners.
Yeah, 6 billion listeners. And they all drive down to 15 on Friday afternoon. So, great thing. But you know what? I want to make sure we have plenty of time because you have a huge announcement today.
I do.
But I don't want to save that. I want to go over the story you told me one time.
Okay.
Remember, we've talked about marketing and sales.
Correct.
And you told me this great story about, it's a South African story, so we're going to change it to make it an American story.
Fair enough.
But I want to set it up to where, and I always struggle with the difference between marketing and sales, where there was a shoe company, and there was a salesman, and there was the marketing guy, and how they saw a different situation differently. I want you to kind of, tell that story nice and slow so we can understand Tell me that story again.
Well, basically, I love that story because
Right.
I did marketing management when I was in South Africa. Basically, the story is that a marketing guy and a sales guy are sent to this place where people are not wearing shoes. You know, they're sent there to investigate whether it's viable for that company to be in that market. So they both go there and they come back, and the sales guy says, you know, this is a waste of time. Nobody's wearing shoes.
No one's wearing shoes in this place, so why waste our time?
Exactly. Whereas the marketing guy comes back and he says nobody's wearing shoes. This is a gold mine. We can create this opportunity, you know, because obviously people do need shoes. So
Right.
they just didn't perceive that need.
Right. So the marketing guy saw it as, well, no one wears shoes there, so why are we going to waste our time? No one's going to buy them. And the marketing guy's like, oh my God, no one's wearing shoes. This is crazy good.
Absolutely. And that's the big difference to me between marketing and sales. Marketing creates that need, whereas sales is actually satisfying a need.
You know that? Okay, stop the tape, because that was $1 million quote. That was $1 million. That was $1 million right there. Marketing
creates the need.
Selling
satisfies the need.
Satisfied the need. Write that down. Mark Weinberger, the lead team, September 2nd or 3rd. I don't even know what it is. We have 3 minutes left, Mark.
Okay.
You told me yesterday you have a huge announcement.
Well,
huge.
We have actually two huge announcements.
Two huge announcements. About tomorrow's ribbon cutting. We've got to talk about that.
Actually, it's the next week's ribbon cutting.
Oh, it's next week. I would have showed up tomorrow. What's going on? Go ahead.
September 11th, we are having a ribbon cutting at 3160 South Valley View. Everybody is invited. It's going to be a great party. There's going to be food. There's going to be drinks. Most importantly, there's going to be BizVid video. They're going to be doing videos, amazing specials if you want to get yourself a good business video with the deal with BizVid, the deal I've done with the lead team, also a lead team member. But there's going to be photographers there. There's going to be great exposure, fantastic social media. So we are a marketing business. You know, that's the business we're in. So if you come there, you are going to get exposure. That's what we do.
Everything has value, right, Mark?
Absolutely.
Everything has value. Okay.
And just so you know, the ribbon cutting is part of the Las Vegas Health and Fitness Chamber, which we are members of.
That's right.
And they're also members of us. It's a
beautiful little family we have.
We do.
We do. It really works.
It's, as you say, it's a family of titans.
That's right. It's a family of titans. Can I steal that?
Absolutely.
Okay, man. You got about 2 minutes. What's the big one? What's going on?
And as you know, we have 6 chapters.
6 chapters?
On 14th of September, Monday, we are opening up our 7th chapter.
7th chapter! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! All right, man.
I already have 5 people committed to it, so we are. It's off to a great start. We're going to be meeting at Town Square. It's an evening chapter, 5:30 to 7 o'clock.
Now that's tended to work. Now
Absolutely.
I remember the first time you kind of shifted to a chapter away from the lunch breakfast thing to the happy hour chapter, and I told you, I said, you know, Mark, that's an interesting play.
Well, Red Rock is what we nickname our happy hour chapter. That's 4:30 to 6. That's taken off very nicely, as I expected.
Let's do it again.
Absolutely. I just had a bit of a demand to make it a little bit later, just to attract some more professionals like doctors and dentists and all that.
Right.
And Dr. Stokes is actually going to be one of the members of that.
So Dr. Stokes is changing his chapter from his old chapter to the new one, and that's great. You know what? That's good because he definitely needs to replace his old way of doing things. He wants a new marketing system. He turned to the lead team to do it. Fantastic move, Dr. Stokes. We love that.
He actually moved from a much larger group. I'm not going to mention any names, but a much larger networking group to my group because he loved my system. He loved the way we interact with each other and so forth.
Mark, you are going to be a history page in this town when it comes to business networking. There's no doubt in my mind.
Thank you. But again, I thank my members for that.
You're great. How do we get a hold of you? You only got 30 seconds.
Well, the easiest way is on theleadteam.com. All the information is there. My phone number is 702-979-5985. Or come visit our office, 3160 South Valley View Road.
Yeah. And guess what? The lead team's part of the DannyVegas platform, so Mark will be on at least every month and a half, right here at WCOBM. Cool. It's part of his package. So and Mark takes advantage of everything we have at DannyVegas Live. Segment 4 is coming up. We'll be back.